Kisumu, which literally means a place of barter trade in Luo, is the third largest city in Kenya, the principal city of Western Kenya in the Greater Lake Victoria Basin, and has been in the Kenya motorsport calendar since 1978. This year marked its 37th anniversary as the host city of the Rally Championship, as the much anticipated first round of the 2015 Kcb Kenya National Rally Championship kicked off in February. The Kisumu Rally was the 84th event that Kcb sponsored. The bank has been instrumental in popularizing the sport all over the country since coming on board in 2003. This year also marked the 7th time that the bank has sponsored the Kisumu event, which was managed by the Equator Motor Club with PP Renu as clerk of the course. Kenya's premier competition has been growing from strength to strength, and this year promises to be as enthralling as ever. With new rules in place, the main class, which is known as the RC2 class, will now comprise of Group N4, S2000 and R5 rally cars. Excitement was high at the spacious scrutineering facilities of the Simba Union Club. The battle of supercars and superiority in the Kenya Rally Championship rose a notch higher with the arrival of two state-of-the-art Ford Fiestas in the hands of Manveer Barian and Rajveer Rai. The two cars built by M Sport are the first cars in the country to debut under the new R5 regulations and were carefully monitored by Ford mechanics and technicians from Europe.
Yeah, I think it should go well out here. You know, with the turbo engine, it's going to have a lot more torque than the likes of the Super 2000s and whatnot. And it's a proven car. You know, ran it all over the world, and yeah, it should hold up.
While the Ford stole the thunder, and as some of the competitors were preparing to move to the more sophisticated machines, Ian Duncan, the multiple Kenya National Rally Drivers Champion, decided to remain with the Nissan Patrol, with which he won the year-ender Guru Nanak Rally last year. Also staying put is the defending national champion Baldev Chaga, who'll use his familiar Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10 to defend both the KNRC and Kcb Safari Rally titles. With a total of 37 starters, the competition will be exciting, with a combination of old faces and new blood combining to point the championship in the right direction to the future. Finland's Tapio Laukkanen enters his third rally in the local scene and his second Kisumu Rally in 4 months. The former British and Finland champion will be driving in a Subaru Impreza GVB 13. Last year's winner Rajveer Rai will be the man to watch. Having already put experienced drivers into the shade and now driving a new Ford Fiesta, expectations are even higher. Though adapting to the supercar may take a while, the fans in Nyanza will have the privilege of being the first ones to see the Fords in action. Uganda's Jas Banga tops the top 10 starters as he looks forward to win a rally in Kenya. Mombasa's Isa Mirza is back after a one-year sabbatical break. He'll be co-driven by former Group N Navigator champion Kashif Sheikh. Former two-wheel drive champion Dennis Mwenda starts in position 20 on his debut in a four-wheel drive car. His Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 was previously driven by Isa Amwari. A welcome return in car number 103 is the former classic car champion Stefano Rocca in his ex-Rob Collins Datsun 260Z. Rocca, the Malindi-based Italian driver, was forced to pull out of rallying due to health problems after competing in the Safari Rally back in 2011. A good number of fans turned up to cheer and get a glimpse of the 37 cars at the Kcb branch in the city of Kisumu, where they were flagged off by the Governor of Kisumu County, His Excellency Jack Ranguma. All the competitors drove for 40 kilometers on transport to start the first stage. the rally was concentrated in the region between Miwani and the Nandi Hills off the main Kisumu-Kericho highway. 3 stages were to be run twice, the 34.38-kilometer Miwani to Chimase being the longest, 15.30-kilometer Simba Farm stage, which is the shortest, and the 20.81 kilometers Nucleus stage. The Miwani stage was the only stage run on an open road, while the Simba Farm and the Nucleus stage were to be run on closed roads with well-marshalled volunteers. Onka Rai starts the event at number 1, a task any top driver dislikes as they do the road sweeping and are the first to encounter traffic. It's the first time Onka's been seated first in his rallying career, and interestingly he's now taken the services of a foreign navigator, Zambia's Gareth Dawe, who'll be navigating his second event on Kenya soil. From the start, it was business as usual for Tapio Laukkanen and new navigator Pasi Torma in the Subaru Impreza GVB as he immediately set up a 17-second lead through the fast but rocky sugarcane plantation section. Second to finish the stage was the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10 of national champion Baldev Chaga. Alistair Kavanagh, who's not finished a single rally in the Proton Satria, was immediately on pace and finished the first stage in 3rd place, just 1 second behind Chaga.
Well, the car's working, that's all that we care about, because as you know, we've had a lot of trouble with this car. We haven't got it to the end of a rally yet, so yeah, we got through the first stage okay, all no problems, so fingers crossed it keeps going.
Okay. With such a long way to go, no one was going to be a hero soon. Although 4 times winner Carl Tunda would have liked to have had the option, the top fry Proton Satria was sticking on 2-wheel drive mode, the start of a series of troubles that would span the early stages of the event.
Not great. Keeps sticking in 2-wheel drive, so we've done half the section in 2. Really, you can't drive these cars with 2-wheel drive, so we'll see. Hopefully we fixed it now.
Uganda's Jas Mangat, who is also challenging for the championship, emerged out of the stage in 7th place.
Yeah, not bad. There's a bit, lots of rocks on the stage, but not bad. We finished the stage.
Coming in 8th position was the new Mitsubishi Evo 10 of Raji Barrage. The ex-Rally Art Italy car had only arrived in the country 5 days before the rally, leaving Barrage little time for preparation. His troubles didn't end there, as he was also being slowed down by weak suspensions. After the first stage, Tapio had a 17 seconds lead, while local boy Jasprit Chatte held the 4th position. Onka Rai was feeling the pressure of driving the first car on the road and was not happy after overshooting a few junctions, which kept him in 5th place.
Just a few passes in border borders on the first stage, but it's what you get in Kisumu. It's quite hard to monitor that. You know, I have not finished many rallies last year, so a good finish is good for me at the moment.
Mombasa's Irisa Mirza, who was adapting to his rally car after a 1-year sabbatical, was 9th placed, and Manvir in the 2nd Fiesta was taking it easy and learning the car was in 10th place, as the 30 remaining cars headed for the service park in Chimase for a 20-minute service. Former 2-wheel drive champion Dennis Mwenda was struggling in his first drive in a 4-wheel drive car and a new navigator Job Giroux. His Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9, formerly driven by Isa Amwari, was having brake problems.
I mean, this car is a lot quicker, it has a lot more traction, a lot more power, and it needs a lot of getting used to.
Today was also a bonding session for us. It's our first rally ever together, so there was a lot of learning that was happening out in the field.
The classic car class was being led by 16th place Stefano Rocca and Franco Donadel. Their Datsun 260Z was 31 seconds ahead of the Ford Escort of the defending classic car champion Jonathan Soman and Richard Heckel. Third in the class was the Porsche of the Khan brothers Aslam and Ashad in 21st position, who were lucky to be in the event. The car started misfiring after the carburetor jets came loose and fell. Luckily, the crew found the jets within the compact boot of the Porsche and fixed them, and they were back on track. Otherwise, it would have been instant retirement. 5 times Nyanza Rally winner Ian Duncan was leading the SPV class in his Nissan Patrol pickup. The legend was holding 12th place and 6 minutes ahead of the handicap driver Nikhil Sachania in the Mitsubishi Challenger. The Formula 2 class was being led by the new Toyota Run-X of Sami Nyori in 24th position, 70 seconds ahead of the Toyota series of debutant Bhupender Sagu in 26th place. Alex Lairangi made it 1-2-3 for Toyota in 27th place at the end of the first stage. The lone VW Golf of Gurumit Teti came in 4th in the class. Defending Formula 2 class champion Leonardo Ferresi was forced to stop to change a puncture just 10 kilometers into the stage in his Toyota Corolla, dropping him to 5th place in the Formula 2 class. National Formula 2 runner-up champion Eric Bengi crashed his Toyota Run-X out of the rally after an encounter with an anthill. Karan Patel, the 2014 Group S and Division 3 champion and E-Star driver last year, tasted his first ever retirement in only his 7th career event. Karan was blinded by the dust and hit a double caution ditch so hard the impact had damaged the engine, and Patel and his navigator Tausif Khan were out of the rally. The title race for Group S was now open, and Kisumu-based Chandrakant Chabadia was now leading the group with 1 minute at the end of the first stage, closely followed by Nadeem Khanna in a similar Subaru Impreza GC8, and Hussein Malik was at 3rd place with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6. The action moved to the 15-kilometer Simba Farm stage and the 20-kilometer Nucleus stage, which was run on closed roads within the farm, giving the front-running drivers full confidence with their commitment. Tundo emerged out of the stage in a time of 10 minutes 37 seconds, 2 seconds faster than the Finn. Tapia was pegged back with a puncture 10 kilometers before the end of the stage, but he drove on to the finish of the stage. More worrying was that the engine wasn't pulling normally at all. With one more stage before service, Tapia was keeping his fingers crossed that the engine would survive. Defending Kisumu Rally champion Rajbir Rai's dream of winning the rally for the 2nd time ended disastrously after his Ford Fiesta rolled in the 3rd competitive stage of the day. Both driver and navigator walked out unscathed. However, the vehicle will require extensive work to restore it back to race fitness. Jasprit Chatty lost valuable seconds after the engine on his Mitsubishi kept losing power. He and co-driver Gurudeep Panesar had to reset the mapping, after which the car ran well, although the problem had dropped into 5th, 9 seconds behind Onkar Rai. Jas Mangat lost an extra 10 seconds after electrical problems on the stage. The battle in the classic class changed, with Soman taking over the lead after beating Rocker by 55 seconds in the stage and taking over the overall lead by 14 seconds. Aslam's Porsche, which is owned by Nice and rally driver Samira Khan, was 3rd in the class and in 22nd position. The SPV class got a new leader after Ian Duncan's monster Nissan was forced to retire due to a broken exhaust that melted the gearbox cable. With the pickup jammed in 2nd gear, Ian and Amar Slatch decided to retire. 30th placed Nikhil Sachania just needed to finish in order to win the class in his Mitsubishi Challenger. Sami Nyori was getting to grips with his new Toyota Run-X and was a surprise leader in the 2-wheel drive class and holding 19th position. He was a massive 3 minutes ahead of Alex Lairangi. The fight for the podium place was getting intense, with Lairangi just holding off the Toyota of Sagu and Tethys VW in 26th, 27th and 28th positions respectively. But they were in good company, as Manveer was having it rough with the Ford Fiesta's debut, and it dropped to 25th position after stopping to change 2 punctures and also driving with poor brakes.
Not had a good day. Yeah, like for example, last stage we did without any brakes. We got a puncture, we tried to drive out on the stage, it cut the brake pipe. So last stage we just drove without brakes.
The 20-kilometer Nucleus stage was won by Chaga in 11 minutes 34 seconds, 6 minutes faster than Chatty, with Raji being the 3rd fastest. The stage win by Chaga trimmed the overall lead by Tapio to just 8 seconds. However, Tapio was having a troubled rally. The engine was still not sounding healthy and could only be sorted out after the stage finish. Worse still was that he was suffering from cramps due to the extreme heat inside the Subaru, made harder by the hot Kisumu weather. Tapio managed a joint 4th fastest with Tundo. The Chana brothers Jasmeet and Ravi had a great run on the stage. The Nairobi-based driver had a trouble-free run and they appeared in the top 10 for the first time in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 with the 8th fastest time in the third stage. Pevit Kent also had an incredible run and had the 10th fastest time in the nucleus stage. Tejveer Rai and Zahir Shah were the next casualties. One of the turbo pipes on their Mitsubishi Lancer blew and oil poured on the hot turbo, causing a small fire which the crew managed to put off. Unfortunately, they were out of the rally.
Yeah, the car caught fire. Yeah, I think the exhaust or something. Not sure. Just don't want to risk it.
After 58 kilometers of competitive mileage, the cars headed to a much-deserved service at the Shimase Service Park. And for rally leader Tapio, this was even more important to allow him to sort out the misfiring problems on his Subaru.
It's been okay. We had a bit of an engine misfire, but now I hope it's sorted. And then on a long one, we got the front puncture 10 k's before the end. So lost quite a lot of time, but that's how it goes in here.
After the first half of the rally, Tapio still held the overall lead by 8 seconds from Baldev Chaga, followed by Carl Tundo, who held off Jaspreet Chatty for third place by 9 seconds. Raji Barrich was still trying to adjust to the powerful Mitsubishi after repairing the suspension problems in the last service, and he held 8th place ahead of Isa Mirza and Jasmeet Chana in 9th and 10th place respectively. There were 7 Mitsubishis and 2 Protons in the top 10 fighting a lone Subaru. The second half of the rally began with the second loop of the Miwani stage. Tapio Laukkanen was the quickest on the stage, even though the route had deteriorated so much that he was 25 seconds slower than his first loop time. Luckily for him, his main challenger had a puncture in the stage. The stage was cruel to Baldev Chaga, as just at the 15-kilometer mark he had to stop and change a puncture, losing over 3 minutes and dropping in 5 positions down to 7th place. This allowed Tundo to inherit 2nd place, but was a distant 46 seconds behind Laukkanen. The stage saw the end of Alistair Kavanagh. The 2004 winner was out with gearbox problems in his Proton. To get to the 4th stage was a great achievement, as Kavanagh has always retired before even reaching a 3rd stage in previous events. Asad Khan appeared for the first time in the top 10 in his newly built Subaru Impreza N10. It was his first rally in over 3 years. The classic class was still led by Jonathan Soman in his Ford Escort and was just 2 seconds behind Asad to take the 10th place overall. His rival Aslam was 4 minutes behind and in 17th position. The two-wheel drive class was still being led by Nyori's Toyota in 18th place, with Liarangi 4 minutes behind and in 21st position. Gurmit and Sagu were 20 seconds apart as they fought for the last podium position. In the S-Class, Nadim Khanna was battling for pole position in this group. He finished the 4th stage ahead of Chandrakant. The last 2 stages were crucial, and with 36 kilometers left to race, it was still anybody's race to win. True to his international standing as a rally champion, Laukkanen, the multi-master, took advantage of his technical racing prowess to smash the rest of the field by almost 90 seconds. However, Chaga was flying, and by the end of the stage he had disposed Isa Mirza and Raji Barrich to take 5th position. Manget's 4th place was now the target. Barrich too was having problems with the fuel cutting, and by the next stage the fuel pump failed and he was out of the rally in the Mitsubishi.
The car is switched off, no power, 0 fuel. The car just cut off.
Baldev Chaga claimed the last stage with a time of 11 minutes 39 seconds, 5 seconds faster than his first loop time and 6 seconds faster than the second fastest Laukkanen. But sheer determination and courage on this most technical of rallies saw Tapio and his co-driver Pasi Torma claim victory and create history in Kenya motorsports as the second pair from Finland to score points in the national championship. Pertti Söderlund and Arke Oveskainen were the first crew from Finland to score points. The win was also significant, as the last time a Subaru occupied the top spot was back in 2013. Jaspreet Chatty took full advantage of his home event and clinched 2nd place in his Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. A throttle problem was the only hitch for the Kisumu boys. It was Chatty's best result since winning the Kcb Nanyuki Rally in 2014 with Zambia's David Shioka. This was Onka's 32nd career rally as a driver, and this was his second best career result. It was during the 2011 Kcb Mtaani Mombasa Rally that he gained his first career best result with a third place driving a Subaru Impreza. Soman and Heckel won the classic class with an impressive 9th place.
I mean, it's great. This car is over 30 years old. It's almost 40 years old. And overall was really an excellent rally. We're very happy. We went off in stage 1, but we got away with it. We were lucky. Just bent the steering, but managed to get to the end, and it was a fun rally.
The two-wheel drive class was won by the new Toyota Run-X of Sami Nyori. It was Nyori's first class win since he made his rally debut in 2012 on the Kcb Microbanking Rally in Nyeri in a tiny Toyota Vitz. His co-driver Edwin Jaroge is the 2013 two-wheel drive Navigator champion. It was the pair's first rally together.
I'm so happy. First of all, I've tried this for 3 years. So finally winning it, I'm so delighted. We're going for the championship, nothing short of the championship.
The S-Class was won by home driver Chadrakan Chabadiye in a Subaru Impreza GC8, followed by another similar car driven by Nadim Kana of Mombasa in second place.
I'm feeling very good today. I've tried my best. I had some small problems and I got some penalties, but I tried my best.
Luck is on our side, and maybe, who knows, we might take it to the championship. We are praying for that.
The SPV class had only 2 entries, so as such no points could be scored. However, Nikhil Sachania started where he left off last year by finishing first.
It was a very technical rally, a lot of fast bits and rough bits. Kisumu has been great, great fans. Yeah, it's been nice.
So it is Tapio who leads the overall championship standings with 25 points. Jasprit Chatty and Onkarai follow respectively. In the Division 1 championship, Isa Mirza takes the pole position, followed by Chana and Mahesh in 3rd position. Jonathan Soman leads the Division 2 championship, with Azad and Aslam Khan filling in the top 3 positions. And finally, Pavid Kent holds the Division 3 championship ranking, followed by Nyori and Sandhu. So after a grueling race, 23 cars made it to the finish. And the first round in the Kenya National Rally Championship Series did not disappoint. The action, suspense and surprises made great entertainment for all rally enthusiasts. And all this was made possible through the sponsorship of KCB, who continue to support the Kenya National Rally Championship, thus contributing to the growth and development of motorsport in Kenya. KCB is truly making the difference in motorsport. Round 2 for the Kenya National Rally Championship Series will be the exciting Safari Rally this April. See you there!